Hi everybody, this is lecture 4. It's about identifying and incorporating data sources. So by this point in the process, you have completed your literature review, at least a good solid draft of your lit review. You may still be working on some sort of final revisions of that, but you should be pretty well organized in terms of your review of the existing scholarship. So this is another component of the project that you're going to bring in sort of in conversation with what you learned through your lit review. And that is bringing in data sources that can provide other kinds of evidence to support the argument you'll be making about your subject. So let me show you the handout for the assignment associated with that data collection and analysis. So I'm going to go to the assignments here. And what we're talking about, so we've already done the lit review, we've done these first three, so this next one is the data plan assignment. And, again, I gave you sort of a specific set of things to work on. Again, the broader idea is that you're going to identify sources of data that you can incorporate into your paper that will complement and support what you've already learned through the literature review and what you'll be arguing in the paper, okay? I talked about this much earlier in the semester, and there's a lot of options for sort of what kinds of sources you look to. I encourage you to keep it simple, right? It needs to be something that's not so labor intensive to collect that it takes more time than you have allotted in the semester. So think things like online databases or online data sets that you can see. A lot, for example, of international organizations will put online, all kinds of quantitative information that you can draw from. You can do really simple analyses, of things like, how many times something happens on social media or something like that. You can do some very limited qualitative data collection and analysis, but again, keep it to sort of a relatively small amount of material and be very, I would encourage you to be very sort of purposeful and specific about what you choose. You want to pick something that will fit in with what you're already learning in your lit reviews and that will simply help to forward the argument you're trying to make, not bring in a whole other sort of, complex component that you then have to reconcile with what you already know, okay? So again, back to the assignment sheet, and this is the assignment that is due in the week of March 25th to 29th. And what you'll be doing is putting together your sort of data plan, okay? So I want you to write up a statement that answers these questions. What kinds of data or evidence or information will you be collecting? Again, be specific. If you're going to be looking at, a UN report that provides, statistical information about hunger rates around the world, then, you can include that link or describe exactly what that source might be, okay? Again, second question is just along the same lines. Where and how will you access it? So in other words, at this point in the process, you don't want to be thinking or writing sort of theoretically about what one might collect. You want to actually do the legwork and figure out sort of, here's what I can access. I've already looked at it and seen that, yep, it does fit with my project. And then you want to be able to show me specifically what that is. So again, links or other things that will show me exactly what you're thinking about are the best, because then I can really tell you whether it feels like a good fit, okay? How much data will you collect and sort of what's your timeline, right? We're getting well into the semester at this point. So it's about identifying these sources and also figuring out what is the work involved in processing that information and, sort of when can I get that done by so that I can make sure I fold it into writing my outline and my draft, my first draft, which is what's coming up after this, okay? And how will you analyze it and present it? Is this, is what you're looking at and what you think would work best for your project, is it best done as like a chart, right, that shows columns of numbers and information that you took from various sources and you're going to embed that in the paper? That's one option. Or is it going to be sort of a narrative discussion of trends that you saw when you, did a search on TikTok or whatever it might be, right? So again, at this point, I'm not asking you to complete the write-up of the data part of your project, but I am asking you to come up with a very detailed and well thought out plan and process so that you are basically poised by the time you finish this assignment 4, you're poised to do it and incorporate it, okay? So don't think like, oh, I'll figure that out down the line. Figure it out now so that, again, you're able to start moving towards a full draft, which is coming in the very near future. So, so this is what you're going to be doing, again, toward our individual meetings in the in the week of March 25th to 29th. I'll be in contact with you individually as well, but this is our plan, and I hope that clarifies what you're working on. Any questions, as always, let me know. All right, take care. Bye-bye.